deep is right there in both of those? Down in the heart of the earth, where this darkness is covering the face of the deep, the same deep that God is calling out to deep with. But darkness is covering or hovering or covers the face of the deep. Do you know that word deep means there's a ringing out, there's a raging, there's a cry down in the heart of the earth, but the darkness is trying to cover up the cry. But Psalm says, deep calleth unto deep. Inside of you is a deep place. And God is calling to your deep place. That the darkness tries to cover. He said, when you cry unto me, I will what? I will answer. This is why the enemy understands that if I can keep your crying down, if I can keep the raging and the ring, because it says all creation is groaning and travailing, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God that God created. But this darkness, this hovering, this disappointment, this fear, this anxiety, this depression, this I just can't make it, keep on covering up my crying. I think that I can't get through the next moment, and there's a raging and a warring that's down inside of you. But God is saying, hey, I'm here for you. Deep calling. Now hear me. But it says, and there's an end. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. Now, this deep place is the waters, because it said what? Out of your belly shall what? Flow what? Rivers of living water. And if he can keep your rivers from moving, you know what happens? They get stagnant. They get stale. But he keeps saying, hey, I'm here. And it says that the Spirit of God was what? Moving over the surface of the water. Now you got the deep, which meant he's in your proximity. He's in your proximity, because when those deep waters get loose, you then in turn, being a prophetic word spoken, understanding that my life is prophetic, I then begin to speak as he speaks, and I begin to declare to a dying world and a dying generation what thus saith the Lord. Deep calleth unto deep. At the noise of thy water spouts, thy billows, thy waves and thy billows flow over me. I'm telling you, the enemy knows when you break with something. When something is there, you got to look at breaking from a different level. That means you got to look at breaking from a different level, because it's not what he's trying to do to you, it's trying to what he's trying to flow through you. He's trying to get out of you. You don't know what's down in the bowels of your bellies. You don't understand what's really down on the inside of you, and he is just trying to break forth. Y'all got me somewhere else. He is just trying to break forth out of you, because there's life, there's words, there's life, there's substance, there's something down on the inside of you that the enemy keep trying to lock you in, lock you out. Honey, listen, go on and submit to the breaking process, because ain't no telling just what might break through. You might have relatives down in your belly. You might have, you know what I'm saying? You might have friends down in your belly, and you don't understand what's all contained in what the enemy does not want to flow forth through you. But he said, deep calleth unto deep. Why so downcast? Oh, my soul. Here's your key right here. Hope thou in God. Because he's going to bring you through. He's going to bring you. He's going to bring you. He's going to bring you through. He's going to bring you through. He's going to bring you through. He's going to bring you up. He's going to bring you out. He's going to bring you through. He's going to bring you up. He's going to bring you out. He's going to bring you through. And the word that he's spoken concerning you, he's going to bring that to pass. You just have to understand and know and believe at the measure of faith that you already have to walk in, because that is the greatest level that you have at this moment. And then as you're walking through, begin to release what's on the inside of you, because when you understand, if there is a release, there's a release, there has to be an opening. That means that something has been broken through inside of you. So when the enemy comes in like, oh God, like a flood, like a flood, the Lord what? He raises up a standard. Who is that standard? You're the standard. You're the standard. You become the standard by which he raises up to be a battle ram against your enemy. And all of a sudden, things begin to take place. They begin to happen. They begin to happen. You begin to see things. You begin to see things from a different dimension. You begin to changes supernaturally. Your spirit man gets enough strength. Your spirit man gets enough strength. I'm telling you, something happens to your soul. That which is out of order starts coming in order, and you ain't even done that. What do you think the world was when he spoke prophetically in the beginning to it? You think it wasn't in its original state, it was in a chaotic state. Just like your life and my life. But when he came by way of the power of the Holy Ghost and the Word, he begins to speak to your chaotic state when there's a breakthrough. You ain't got to do nothing but obey what he says. If it's out of order, he knows how it got out of order. He knows when it got out of order. But he knows how to bring it back in order, wholeness, and completeness to every part of your life. And you look back one day and say, oh, I don't know what happened, but I feel like little Tim, remember little Tim? Tiptoeing through the tulips or whatever. There's a joy that comes, and it comes down in your soul. And not that everything is peachy keen, it's not, but there's something that begins to happen inside of you where you begin to say, I see clearer today than I saw yesterday. I'm beginning to understand so much more. What is my purpose and my destiny is Jesus Christ, who is sitting at the right hand of the Father, interceding on my behalf daily. Why? It's because I am a more than a conqueror through what? Through him that loved me. He's interceding. He's loving on me. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.